Hey guys, this is Abhishek from gadgetshoes.com, and today we are going to do the quick unboxing and full review of the Xolo Q1010i. This is a device which has been launched on Xolo some time back, and it is already available in the market as of now for a price of approximately 13,000 rupees, which you will need to pay for this one. And this one has a better camera as compared to the other Xolo phones which we have seen earlier. At this price point, the kind of camera performance this device has is pretty good, and we will show you that within this review. So this is how the package look like, as you can see, and the MRP which is mentioned on the box is 13,999. You can easily get this device for approximately 30,000 rupees in the market. You can also buy it online as well. You have a handset, a charger, a battery, one earphone, one quick start guide, one safety and warranty and legal information guide, one USB cable, one screen guard, an OTG cable in the package, and a flip cover. And again, the presence of OTG cable inside the package indicates that this device will support OTG. And this is how the package look like. At the back side of the package, we have the specifications of the device mentioned, which includes a 1.3 GHz quad-core CPU, which is a MediaTek 6582 processor, and then we have Mali 400 MP2 GPU clocked at 500 MHz. You have 5-inch of HD display, which is a 720p OGS display which we have on this device. You have some kind of glass protection as well, which is Asahi scratch resistant glass which we have on this device. You have 294 pixels per inch on this display. When it comes to the display pixel density, you have 8 megapixel of rear camera with Sony XMOR sensor, so you have a better camera because of this sensor which we have on this device. You have 2 megapixel of front camera, full HD 1080p video recording is there on this device from the rear camera, and you can also play videos at high definition at 1080p. You can play high definition videos at 720p as well as 1080p. You have all these frequencies are supported for the GSM and the 3G. It is a dual SIM phone which includes SIM cards, 3G support on both of these SIM cards, so you can support 3G on both of the SIM card slot. You have 1 GB of DDR2 RAM, 8 GB of internal memory, 32 GB of micro SD memory card slot. Up to 32 GB of micro SD memory card can be supported. You have accelerometer sensor, ambient light sensor, proximity, and you have OTG cable. OTG support is also there. You have Xolo secure application. Android 4.2 is there on this device. Jelly Bean again, not KitKat, and 2250 mAh lithium polymer ion battery is there inside. And when it comes to the SAR values, we will show you that maybe inside the package we might get a pamphlet for the same. So let's unbox this, and once we open the package, the first thing which we get inside is the device itself. I have already opened the package previously. I have been using this device for more than a week now, so this unboxing is I'm doing for you only. So this is how the device looks like. The device looks very good in terms of the build quality. I would say at this price point, this is one of the best build quality you can get. And again, at the back side we have a rubberized matte finish back cover, which is not very much fingerprint catchy. As you can see, it is pretty good, and it will give you a very nice grip as well. In terms of the thickness, the device is also very thin, not very thick device, and you have chrome being used on the edges, which does make this device look premium. So we will take a look over the device later on. Let's take a look what we have in the package. So inside the package, further inside, we have the warranty information guide over here, and once you open this, we can see we have a quick start guide over here, and then we have the charger, which is a 1 ampere charger, I suppose. Let me just open this. Okay, it is a 1 ampere charger. You have earphones over here, which we have not tested as of now, but we will test during this video. I will show you the performance of these headphone systems. So you get in-ear headphones within the package of this phone, and this in-ear headphone has mic module as well, as you can see, with a button to pick the call. This is how the audio lead will look like. So let me just get rid of all this, and further going inside package, we can see that we have a micro USB cable, a standard one, and then we also get an OTG cable which comes within the package. So you do have support for OTG on this device, and OTG cable does come within the package, which is a good thing. So let's keep all these things aside for a while, and let's take a look over the device. So here we have the Xolo Q1010i, and this device is really good in terms of the build quality, as I already told you, as compared to the price at which it has been offered. We have the camera over here at the back side, which is an 8 megapixel camera, but it does give you pretty good photos, better than the 13 megapixel cameras which we have seen on some of the devices from MediaTek or from Micromax and Carbon as well. So you have LED flash over here with the secondary microphone for noise cancellation and video chat. Over here you have the loudspeaker. The loudspeaker is not very loud on this device, and it also gets blocked at times when you place the device like this on a table. And if we take a look over the bottom, over here we have the micro USB port for data syncing and charging. On this side you have the volume rocker, which is a plastic button finished in chrome. On the top you have the 3.5mm audio jack, and then you have nothing over here. On this side you have the power and sleep key, which is again a plastic button finished in chrome. You have a little indent to remove the back cover over here, and let me just remove the same. And once you remove the back cover, you can see that the battery is there inside, and the SAR values are also mentioned for the device over here. That is 1.6 weight per kg, and then we have other information. But the battery is non-removable on this device. That means the battery cannot come out. You do have two SIM card slots for the normal size SIM card over here, and you have a micro SD memory card slot to expand the storage. So again, I would say the battery cannot come out. That means you cannot replace the battery on your own. You will have to take this device to the service center, which might be a negative point for some of the people out there. And if we take a look over the front side, we have the nice metallic earpiece behind the glass. You have the front camera, which is a 2 megapixel camera, and on this side at the bottom we have the touch capacitive buttons, which are there within the body, not within the display, and they does not light up, so you do not have LED notification light behind these buttons. Here is how the lock screen will look like. It is a kind of a not a stock Android lock screen, but you do have controls over here, shortcuts for going to the phone dialer. You can unlock the phone, you can go to messaging application, or you can launch the camera from here directly. So let me just unlock the phone. This is how the UI will look like. The UI is again kind of stock Android, very much closer to stock Android which we see, and again it is responsive and faster. There is no problem. The pixel density on the device is also pretty good. It is not too high, but still on this 5-inch display, the 720 into 1280 resolution is something which will give you pretty good pixels. You will not notice pixels with naked eyes even if you take a closer look. You might notice some pixels whenever you take a look over this device, especially when you are reading a document with large amount of text. So this is how the phone dialer look like, and again on the phone dialer you do have the option of making a video call directly, which is a good thing. And again, when we talk about the messaging application, let me just show you the same. So here we have the messaging application. It is again stock Android in terms of the look and feel. However, continuous input is supported on this device. That means typing is going to be pretty easy on this device. You can easily type on this device. It also gives you these suggestions as well. And again, in case you would like to type in the portrait or landscape mode, there should not be any problem. The keys are pretty big in size. They are nicely spaced out from each other, and you can easily type on this device without any issues. So here we have the notification center, which is again stock Android, and here we have the toggles for the data usage, brightness, auto rotation, all these things. And you do have glove mode supported. That means you can actually enable this mode, and still after enabling this mode you can actually use the device display with your hand even when you are wearing gloves. So it will be extra sensitive in that case. You do have gesture support as well. So once you enable the gesture mode over here, you can actually draw different gestures to do different things. You can launch camera, and you can assign gesture to any application launch. So let me just go into settings, and under settings, first of all, let's take a look over the version of Android. So it is running Android 4.2.2 out of the box, which is Jelly Bean again. I was expecting Android 4.3 at least, but it is not 4.3, not 4.4, it is 4.2.2. You do have GPS navigation supported on this device with the help of assisted GPS, and you just need to enable these options and enable GPS satellite option. Under GPS satellite option, once you enable it, make sure you have checked both of these things to use GPS navigation on this device, and you can use GPS navigation without any issues. And when it comes to the RAM, you have like 1 GB of RAM on this device, and out of 1 GB of RAM, let me just show you how much of that is actually available. So out of 1 GB of RAM, you get around 426 MB of RAM free, and the device is responsive. There is no lag. I could notice on this device as far as the initial testing is concerned. Again, I have used this device quite rigorously as well. I've installed a couple of games and applications, and in the overall day-to-day usage, this device is responsive. There is no lag, but whenever you are running multiple applications in the background, it will show you some amount of lag. You do have support for tethering and portable Wi-Fi hotspot as well. You have support for USB tethering, Bluetooth tethering is also supported. So all these things are supported. Let me just show you the display settings. So under display settings, first of all, let's check for the automatic brightness. So you do have that supported. You have the proximity and ambient light sensors over here, and you also have LED notification light on this device. When it comes to wallpaper, you have support for video wallpapers as well. Apart from the static and live wallpapers, video wallpapers are also supported, which is good. And when it comes to audio profiles, you do have an option over here to enhance the overall quality of sound which you will get from the headphones. And again, the in-ear headphones which you get within the package of this phone are again pretty okay in terms of the quality, as they will give you a quite clear sound, but the bass levels is something which is missing from the headphones. Even when they are in-ear headphones, the bass level is really low, but the overall clarity of the voice which you will get from these headphones which come within the package is good enough, but not great. The thickness of this device is around 8.3mm. Weight of the device is unknown, but I think it should be around 160 gram in terms of the weight. It is not very heavy device, quite easy to hold in one hand because of the rubberized matte finish back cover. And when it comes to the overall form factor, this device is decent. It can easily go inside your jeans pocket or in your bag without any issues, and the build quality is also nice. Taking a look of the system configuration for this device, the model number is Q1010i, Xolo Q1010i. It has got a quad-core processor clocked at 1.3 GHz. It is MediaTek 6582 chipset. When it comes to the display resolution, you have 720x1280 display resolution. You have Mali 400 MP GPU on this device, and then when it comes to sensors, you have accelerometer sensor, proximity sensor, and light sensor. You do not have magnetic field sensor on this device, but you can use this device for GPS navigation with assisted GPS, and I have done that. Although you won't be able to get the GPS coordinates locked in indoors, but outdoors it is pretty good, and it has performed pretty well in terms of navigation capabilities. Now here we have the camera UI, as you can see, and again the camera UI is actually slightly better because it has pretty much faster autofocus as compared to the other MediaTek devices which we have seen. And when it comes to the camera options, you do have HDR mode supported, beautification mode is also there. You have a panorama mode over here as well. You can go to the normal mode over here, and let's take a look over the settings. So taking a look over the settings, you have support for GPS location, exposure you can control, all these things you can control. When it comes to photo settings, you have zero shutter delay, face detection you can turn on and turn off. You do have continuous shooting mode supported, up to 99 shots can be taken at once. Picture size maximum is 8 megapixel. When it comes to the camera video quality, you have electronic image stabilization which you can turn on. You can also record time-lapse interval videos, and you do have video quality set to fine, so this device can record high definition video as well. Let me just show you the view from the front camera. So this is how the view will look like from the front camera, and again this is how the overall quality will look like. You can do a pretty good quality of video chat, but not high definition video chat from the front camera. The feed is kind of okay, not too great. It is not a very clear feed you will get from the front camera on this device, but you can do a video chat from the 2 megapixel fixed focus camera. And let me just take this photo of my iPhone 5 right now, and I will take this photo again without the artificial light. We are taking both of these photos in a room. So we have taken both of these photos, one with artificial light, one without artificial light. Let me just show you both of them. So this is the one which we have taken with light, and it comes out pretty good in terms of clarity, I would say, and the color production is also good enough. I would say it is one of the best color production you can actually get from any device as far as camera is concerned in this price segment. And when it comes to this photo which has been taken without light, this photo is also looking good in terms of the details. I would say in terms of color production it is good enough, it is not bad at all, but this one is again looking better. So I would say the camera is pretty good on this device. We have recorded couple of videos as well and taken some of the photos in daylight, and in daylight the camera has performed really nice. That is something I can say, and the high definition display of this device does make these photos look very good. The kind of details you can expect from this camera is something you do get on this device, which again makes this device pretty good in the camera department, as you can see. On Quadrant, this device has scored a score of 5885, and this is how the detailed score look like for the CPU, memory, input-output operation, 2D and 3D. On AnTuTu, we have got a score of 16689, as you can see, and this device ranks in between Samsung Galaxy S3 and Redmi device. And in terms of day-to-day usage, one thing I can say is that this device is pretty good in day-to-day usage. For gaming as well, it is pretty decent. You can play almost any kind of graphic intensive game on this device, which is a good thing. And again, it does not lag in terms of the graphics. Most of the games can be played quite smoothly. When it comes to high definition games, you might notice slight amount of graphic lag, but you can still play most of those games as well on this device, include Modern Combat 4 and Nova 3 as well. You can play on this device provided you have storage for the same. Taking a look over the storage front, we can see that this device has 8 GB of internal storage, out of which the internal memory or the phone memory is 1.97 GB, system memory is 1.64. The user available part is around 4.39 GB, out of which approximately you can say 3.36 GB is actually available to the user as of now, because we have installed a couple of applications and games. Out of the phone storage area where you can actually install application, 1.97 is available for applications. And again, when it comes to preferred install storage location, you can change that. Once you have inserted an SD card into this device, you can install applications on the SD card. You do have APK installer support as well, so that you can install application from the phone storage to the SD card. You can do that. So now we are playing a YouTube video from our channel, and this video is getting played in full screen, and this is a high definition video being played at high definition quality, I suppose. Let me just check the same. So it is playing at high definition quality. Let me just increase the volume to full, and before I do that, I can give you an overview about the viewing angle. So the display is an IPS LCD display. It is having pretty good viewing angles, not the best viewing angles, but still good and better than other devices. And when it comes to loudspeaker, let me just increase the volume to full. So the overall sound which comes out from the loudspeaker is loud, but not the loudest which we have heard if I compare with other devices. And if I place it like this on a table, so the sound will get muffled and blocked at times when you place it like this on a table, because the loudspeaker is actually at the back side. On multi-touch, this device supports 5-point multi-touch. So now we are playing this game called Frontline Commando D-Day, and this game is running fine till now. There is no problem with the graphics or with the touchscreen. I can access all the controls of the device or the game basically on the device display without any issues. I can play this game, and there is no problem with the graphics as well. So you can play this game on this device without any issues. There is slight amount of frame drop which will happen, and you might accidentally pause the game, and this is something which has happened previously as well. So now we are playing this game called Blood and Glory, and I'm dead. Wait, let me just restart it. So I'm not a very good player for this game, but still, as far as graphics are concerned, graphics are smooth and I can play this game on this device without much of an issue, as you can see. Now when it comes to OTG support, let me just check for the same, and we are right now connecting an OTG flash drive with this device, and it has detected the same. That means it does support OTG, and it is also offering me the option of changing the default write disk to USB drive, which I have connected, so I can use the USB drive to actually install applications on this one. So I can change the default write disk on this phone. This is supported on this one, which is a pretty good thing. When it comes to LED notification light, you do have it over here, as you can see, which will light up for missed call, for low battery and other alerts. When it comes to the overall battery backup, you will get around 1 day of battery backup from this device. The battery which we have on this device is not too high, but it is pretty enough for the kind of display size you have. You will get around 1 day battery backup with moderate usage, but in case you are a heavy user, in case you play a lot of games, it can play almost any high definition games you can think of, provided you have storage for the same, or you can also install that game on the SD card if it is supported, and in that way you can play games on this device. Even high definition games can be played. You can play Modern Combat 4, Frontline Commando D-Day, Nova 3 as well on this device. We have just ran some of the games in front of you. In terms of the camera performance, this is something which I really like about this device, is that the camera performance of this device is better and really good as compared to the other devices which are there in the same price segment. The only device which come very close in competition with this one is the Lava Iris 504Q Plus, which we have reviewed already. So that's all from us. Do let us know if you have any specific question for this device. We would love to help you. You can like this video if this video helped you by clicking the like button below. You can subscribe to our YouTube video channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.